Yeah. Happy Sunday, Washington Heights. How y'all doing? Thank you for taking a break from this sweltering heat. I am Summer Barbie today. But really, I'm just trying to dress as cool as the people who are coming out to talk to you tonight. You've just watched their incredible show for a little bit. Please give it up for my friends Jasmine Cephas Jones and who's here at the United Palace for the first time? Who's been here before? That ratio is shifting and I like it. Hi guys.
Hi.
Thank you for being here. I want to start a little bit, David, with you and Rafa, because I know before Blindspotting, the show we just watched is the movie. How long had that been gestating with you and Rafa before you guys got to make that movie, The Lion's Game?
Yeah, I mean, it took us 10 years to write that movie. And yeah, it was, we knew we wanted to write something about Oakland, and we knew we wanted to star in it, and that was kind of all we knew. We knew we wanted it to involve verse. And so it was a 10-year process of us like learning how to write a movie and then writing that film. And in between that time, Hamilton happened, which made it a lot easier to make a movie, turns out. But yeah, gestated for a very long time. And then the other thing that happened during that process is we met Jasmine and immediately put her in the film. And then, anyway, it's crazy how shit happens. Thanks.
Can you talk a bit about that process of, first of all, casting Jazz, and then how then that pivots to her becoming the center of the universe, of the Blindspotting cinematic universe?
The Blindspotting cinematic universe, yeah. Blindspotting was about the carceral state and the effects of the not only the prison industrial complex, but the differences in policing of Black people. And how that affects a friendship that had never had to deal with that before. We wrote that film in the wake of Oscar Grant, was when we started writing it. And so this was heavy on the minds of the town that we live in. And when we got the opportunity to make the show, what we really wanted to focus on was how prison affects the families of everybody who is incarcerated. And so how this carceral state actually affects all of us, whether or not you are the actual prisoner or the one on parole. And so it was a great opportunity to feature our friend Jasmine, who's incredible and who put that show on her back for us, and then also to, in a fun way, talk about something that is really, I mean, you're all probably 1 degree away from somebody in prison. And removing the way that we remove humans from their communities and the way we penalize them once they come back in their communities, it's impossible to recover from that. And so what we're watching is an incredibly strong person do something that she should never have to do, like a superhuman feat of trying to figure out how to raise a child under the watchful eye of this system that she wasn't even the one incarcerated.
And it's interesting because the climax of the Blindspotting movie, there is that incredible sort of verbal face-off confrontation scene between you and Rafa that becomes sort of a stylistic signature of the show. I know in the pilot episode, and we actually see Helen Hunt do it in the episode we saw tonight, there's these incredible soliloquies, which haven't really been in style since Shakespeare, and you bring them back and they're haunting and they're beautifully written every time. How did you feel, Jazz, of basically having to spit the moment you got this job?
I loved it. One of my favorite things about the show is the storytelling through dance and the heightened verse. And I mean, going all the way back, I first started, it was a table read of the movie, and I remember reading all the women roles And then like through the process, like doing all the auditions, and when I finally got it, I was so happy because I just knew that they were gonna keep changing it and switching it and like elevating everything. And I remember I remember Rafa saying to me, he's like, you're gonna get a racket and you're gonna get really angry and do heightened verse into the camera and just wreck this hotel room at the same time. And I don't know, it's just, I love it so much, and I don't really see TV or film do what we did in the show, and it is one of my favorite things about the show is the heightened verse and the storytelling and the dancing. It's so theatrical, and you know, a lot of us have background in theater, and it just felt right and feels right. You know, it's just something I'm really happy to do. It feels very natural.
The joy, another joy for me in watching this series is watching our friends pop up over and over again, whether it's UTK, who was in the movie and also on the show, obviously Rafa. I don't know if you caught Andrew Chappelle as the pianist in the saloon, who played Jefferson and Burr, and everybody's part of the OG Hamilton cast. Can you talk a little bit more about just sort of like getting to make a show with your friends in your neighborhood? Did you guys film?
We filmed the exteriors in Oakland and
Yeah.
then had a soundstage in LA adjacent.
Fun giving your friends jobs?
Oh man, I mean it's
They're so talented.
you would know, man. Yeah, no. It is the best. I mean, honestly, TV is such a big undertaking too,
fast.
and like it's big and it's fast, and there's a lot of people, and we were sort of just early on in the writing process when COVID hit. And everybody got locked down, and they wanted to fast track our show. They thought they could do it, but they had to truncate the whole process, and it was a pandemic, and no one had really gone back yet. And they were like, "Can you do this?" And we were like, "I don't know." Actually, we thought about it for a while, and then realized we were just looking at the crew list of people who we had already acquired to do this show, and it was 250 jobs for people who had been out of work for 9 months. And we were just like, "Well, I guess that's why we're doing the show now." You know, we would have preferred to wait, but yeah, there is.
And by the way, like that, what's that, like September, October of 2020? Yeah, we were filming Tick, Tick, Boom then. Like that pre-vaccine filming period was crazy. You have people doing scenes who were not allowed to be within 6 feet of each other. And you figured out the way to make it work, but it was really hard to make things under those constraints.
Yeah. But again, like we had so many of our friends in it, and then so many people, it just takes so many people to be a TV show and to get the opportunity to make television and to create something that's that big of an economic engine, even for 2 seasons. Like that's jobs for a lot of people for a while. And so, yeah, it was very, and then to do it in that situation and realize that also everybody was putting themselves at risk to come fuck around with us. Like that was also very humbling. So it was kind of an incredible experience and one I had never had before. And giving your friends
What are
jobs.
lessons, what are takeaways? Because
I think,
you mentioned at the top, like, it was incredibly well reviewed, everyone who sees it loves it, and it's on Stars, which no one has.
Well, you can pay for it now, but it's not on any streamers currently. It is the same. I mean, me and Rafa have been saying for our whole lives, energy up, expectations down, right? If you're gonna do something, just do it, and do it to the best of your ability, and do it the way that you know how, and like the way that you know is right. So we were fortunate to work with our same producers from the film, Jess and Keith Calder, were the lead producers on this, and we sort of created in the same way that you guys had your cabinet. Like we had this brain trust that was really protective of the thing, and allowed us to make these choices to say, well, look, we were also friends with Helen Hunt, but be like, we're giving you Helen Hunt and Jasmine Cephas Jones. You're gonna let us put these 10 friends that you don't know about in this show. Right? Like, you got an Emmy winner and a Academy Award winner, shut up, let's cast it, and so those kinds of trade-offs and the real fights you have to like make the thing that is in your head, just to try to get it out of your head. it's always worth it. And even watching it,
I
like,
mean,
it's
speaking of things in your head, that Western episode is so incredible. You get
my
to
favorite.
you get to basically play Red Dead Redemption with each other. I asked him, well, how long was that episode versus the other episode? You were just, same 5 days.
6, I think 5.5 days per episode is what we got.
And how much horse experience? Why do you look like a horsewoman on that? You guys are great.
We had horse like training. We had to like Rafa was like, you're gonna train, and we did like for days.
Yeah, well, like, and on weekends.
On
like,
weekends,
go out to the
yeah.
ranch and,
So it was like the thing you were building towards.
Yeah.
You knew that was
It was
coming.
like a big
And we
thing.
started before we started shooting.
Yeah.
So, because I was like, I can't look crazy on this part.
How much prior equine experience had you had?
None. 0.
Looks very natural.
Very natural. And you have famous rapper E40 as your narrator, which was unbelievable.
I can't believe y'all really did that.
I'll tell you this, like, so on set, we only filmed, I'll tell you 2 good E40 stories. One was all that stuff in the church was the last thing that we shot that day. And we blew a generator, and so everything was like pushed way back, and it's late, it's the middle of the night, and it's already maybe like 11 o'clock, and we're clearly gonna be sitting.
You also have
for-
a kid on set,
Yeah,
so it's like kid
yeah,
hours. You
yeah.
don't have as
Grabbed
many
him,
hours
and,
as a
like,
kid.
we were so overtime, that episode was very expensive. And we're super late, so I go, and 40's been there all day, because he had to shoot his daytime, so he's only there for one day, and then, and Galaxy, our head of makeup, had made sure to have like all of his E40 is also a liquor baron. He has a lot of alcohols, and she made sure to have all of them there, you know. I went back to his trailer at some point, and I was like, "Hey man, I'm so sorry we blew a generator. Like it's gonna be a little while longer." He was like, "That's all good, but you won't come drink with me?" And I was like, Yeah, I am. Yeah. And so, I wasn't shooting, so
You
me.
don't say no to smoking with Willie Nelson. You don't say no to drink with E40.
So me and E40 drank a 40 tequila for several hours, and then he went and shot that scene, and was still brilliant. And then all the rest of the voiceover we did later, I went to his house with one of our sound guys to get it, because like it was gonna be impossible to get him to LA or whatever. And so I went up to the Bay and went to his house, and we set up, and we had the scenes that we needed to voice over on a little screen, and we had the scripts, and he was just like, he was incredible, and like totally game to do more takes and keep throwing stuff in. You know what I'm saying? This is, you have to understand, E40 is my favorite rapper of all time, and I've
I remember you called me the day you first met him.
Yeah. It's a big deal to me, and so this is the second time I've been in his house. But to have him like really focused, working on this like goofy little idea that we came up with, with also like this other rapper, Cousin Fig, was there, who was like, they were just having a session, and he got super into it, started asking me like about sound design, like all this shit. It was just like totally incredible moment in my life. Yeah.
Well, it is the 10th anniversary of Hamilton. I want to talk a little bit how we all met and how you guys got involved in the show, which was that our mutual friend Anthony Viniziali, who was the founder of Freestyle of Supreme, which I was in, basically moved back to California and started another family. He started another improv hip hop group called The Freeze, and then you did that with him, right?
Yeah, we met substitute teaching together.
You and Anthony.
Me and Anthony. That was due to a clerical error. We were both called to substitute teach the same class, and that's how I met Anthony Viniziali, and that's why I'm in Hamilton.
God bless it, double booking of substitute teaching. Substitute teaching is what I did through all of my 20s, so it's a running theme here. So he asked you to be in this improv group, and then he brings you back to come do freestyle with us. And we'd only done a couple of gigs together, and I think Tommy was like, we should get David in on this. And I forget what was the first reading Vassar?
That was the first time I touched it. Yeah.
Was Vassar?
Yeah, because he told me about it when we were in New Orleans rapping on the Super Bowl.
Which was crazy. So we got, Freestyle gets hired on a lot of weird corporate gigs. One was to make up raps about football players to their faces. And the gray in David's beard is from those games.
That was it. It was so, also, like, none of us really know anything about football. So it was like a ton of a ton of theater kids like on Wikipedia, like Jerry Rice. Let's see, what did Jerry Rice do? And then having to walk off stage and be like, Jerry!
And then you did Vassar, and we had a great time at Vassar, and we only had Act 1, so I don't think we'd even done...
You had What Did I Miss? I know because I was scared to death, because I never really sang in front of anybody, and you made me do that.
Yes, we did like 3 songs from Act 2. We did What Did I Miss, and I think we did the Cabinet Battles.
Yeah.
And I had the beat for Washington on Your Side, but I actually hadn't written any of the words yet. But I remember spending a lot of time, I should have been like making your stuff better, just like and then Jazz, you were like
I was a newbie.
the last one in.
I was.
You auditioned because we had a different Mariah Reynolds for the workshop, and then you auditioned for Off Broadway. And you were the first new principal off Broadway.
Yeah, I did like 3 rounds. I sang Say No to This, I sang a Prince song. And then I remember Alex Lackamore wrote the lyrics of Peggy on a napkin and taught it to me in the audition. Yeah, and that was it. I was in.
And here we are. Someone's phone, just holding up phone, says, Jasmine, you're gorgeous. Large font.
So are you.
I want to know, okay, so we're now like 10 years on. First of all, can we talk a little bit about the reunion we just did at the Tony Awards? With our 3 days of rehearsal. You guys have fun?
That was so much fun. It's crazy because like we record a little bit. We had a whole recording session and like coming in and going over the music, which was also kind of hard because like you're remembering it how it is, but it's a medley. So, you know, we're all like all over the place, hugging each other and laughing, and then the next day we're like on its feet. We come later at 2, but like all the dancers have been going in since 10 a.m. and like learned the whole entire, we did this in 2 days.
Mind you, it was pitched to us as like, no, it's basically stand and sing.
But then Andy Blankenbuehler gets involved and shit changes. But I mean, what was funny was like Thursday we just sat in chairs and relearned the medley, and that was like a family reunion where we happened to sing the song.
It was
And
incredible.
then Friday was like, oh shit.
Yeah. That Thursday was like so amazing because it was like a 6-hour rehearsal to learn 5 minutes of music, right? But we were just so much shit talk the whole time. It was fantastic. It was one of my favorite days I've had.
It was amazing.
It was so great.
You and Emmy brought your kiddo.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
bouncing around.
Yeah, I have a 20-month-old now.
Like we
He
now
gets
have Hamel babies. Like it's really crazy.
now. But Diggs can still jump off a table.
One time.
Me and Renee were like, please tell somebody to have him not keep jumping off the table.
It
He
was
did
funny.
it every time in
Because
rehearsal.
I texted you as a joke. I was like, hope you can still jump off that table. And then he was like, motherfucker, Andy just called me and asked me if I could jump off the table. This is really happening. And what did you tell him?
I was like, I can do it one time. I'm not doing it 8 times a week, but I'll do it once. I probably got one more in me. And here's another, I have many Andrew Chappelle saves the day moments in my life. But when we were in rehearsal, I was so, it was the first time I was gonna jump off the table. And I was like pretty worried about it because I haven't done that in a very long time. And, but I wasn't thinking about getting up on the table. And so they're like running the bit, and I like tried to jump up, and it was just like, nope. And like, Andrew turns to me, and he goes, hey, I don't need to do whatever choreography they're doing right now. I'm just gonna give you my back, and you just hoist yourself up.
Wait, that's how you got up on his back?
Yeah, he was like, Andrew just went like this.
Friends.
You know? He was like, I'm in the back, they'll never see it.
Amazing. Well, we're coming to the end of our time here. Thank you so much for joining us in the middle of the summer. I noticed we have a keyboard. But Jazz, I was wondering if you would sing something.
I think I'll sing Baby I Can't Give You Up from my album Phoenix.
And joined by the incredible Kurt Crowley. Kurt Crowley, come on. Give it up for Jasmine Cephas Jones.
So you'll never need to live in that. Baby, I love you. All your fears put on me, and everything you want to be. And all I want for you to see, baby, I love you. Don't really know which way we're going, but I can't wait to see what's next. I'm meant to be what you're the first and last thing in my head. Watching you loving me gives me chills. Sweet release, I can't slow down. Know you are the one, baby. I can't give you up. Tell me what makes you smile. Been running my mind for a while. Never left off the dial. Baby, I love you. Don't really know which way we're going, but I can't wait to see what's next. I'm meant to be what you're holding, the first and last thing in my head. all alone. My husband's doing me wrong, rape me, cheat me, mistreat me. Suddenly he's up and gone. I don't have the means to go on.
So I said, well, I should head back home. She turned red, she led me to a bed, let her legs spread and said, hey, hey. That's when I began to pray, Lord, show me how to sing. I don't know how to sing. Oh my God, she looked so helpless, and her body said, hell yes. Oh, show me how to sing. Don't know how to sing. In my mind, I'm trying to go. Then another is on mine, and I don't say yes. I took the letter and I raced to my wife, and I could do anything she said. She looked pathetic, she cried. So I told her story inside. We cried and then together. I didn't know any better. I'm ruined. I'm helpless. I just do this. Give him what he wants and you can never want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. So show me how to say no to this. I don't gotta say no to this. There is nowhere I can go. When a body's on mine, I do not say no. Yes. Say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this.